So there we are, we're parked in a car park. I'm looking at Rafiki here, and I couldn't help but think to myself, if we had a YouTube channel, we could share this success with people. One day I will make a video about the origins of Roky Road, where this channel came from, where the name came from, and who Roky actually is. But for now, I'm just going to say this. The decision to start this channel, although the channel started 2 years ago, the decision to start the channel actually started another 9 months before that. If you look back on my videos and look at my first video, that video was filmed in Teignmouth. But the idea for the channel, I was actually in Brixham with this bike when I decided to launch the channel. And it's interesting, when deciding to launch a YouTube channel, I did a lot of research, and there were a lot of creators who said that one of their main concerns with launching a channel was they were worried about what their friends and family were going to say. And it is a genuine worry, and I myself was equally worried about basically what people might think. And it was interesting because for those people who do know me, generally speaking, I don't really give a fuck what people think about what I'm doing. But it is a genuine worry for a lot of people, and in the end, turns out that you actually haven't got anything to worry about. You see, no offence to any of my friends and family, but most people in my life, whilst I'm worried about what they might think about me launching a YouTube channel, the truth is, the harsh reality is that although some of my friends and some of my family do watch my videos, most people, they don't give a fuck. And that's because everybody's got their own life. People don't care that I'm posting videos online. People have got their own lives to worry about. So what I would say to anyone who is thinking about posting content, just go for it. You can, I spent 9 months getting everything together. I had to research. I had no idea. I loved the idea of photography and videography, but I'd never done anything like that. But I loved the idea, and so when this idea came into my head, I started looking into it. Okay, how do you do it? What do you need? What programs do you need? Do I want a laptop or a PC? Because I didn't have either. I had an iPad. So then I had to research, what specs do I need? I went with a laptop, decided what specs to get, and then started creating videos, and made about 10 little test videos to see, am I any good at this? Do I really want to do this? And I got to a point where I decided, yeah, still definitely want to do this. And once we made those first 3 videos, the channel was launched. But I would say to anyone that's thinking of doing it, just go for it. Some of your friends, some of your family may watch your content. A lot of them won't, particularly if you're making content about a particular niche, in my case, vehicles. And a lot of people that aren't that into vehicles, maybe they'll watch your content for you, but a lot of them won't. And you've got to accept that, and you've got to accept that some of your first videos, they aren't going to be your best. At some point you'll look back on them and you'll be able to see how much better you've got at creating content. But if you accept the fact that your first few videos aren't going to be great, and that a lot of people aren't going to watch your content, you've actually got nothing to worry about. Go out there, make some content, post it, have fun doing it. That's the most important thing, is have fun creating content. It has been quite the journey these last 2 years, and I look back upon the journey and I smile. We launched the channel, we had a couple of friends and family watching, we started to get views, started to get subscribers. Very shortly after we launched, a couple of my friends started to get motorbikes. This would go on to be of great importance to me. And it wasn't long after launching this channel, maybe 10 weeks in, that Rafiki here had that catastrophic MOT failure. And I say catastrophic, it was only one thing. When you look at it on paper, it's like, oh, he failed his MOT on one thing. But it was such a huge thing. The entire bike had to be stripped down. To see the state that this bike had to get to in order for me to fix him, and at the time it was the worst thing ever. And I look back now and kind of smile that we managed to overcome that. You know, we managed to overcome that terrible failure. We continued riding, we continued with the channel. I actually got to ride a big bike, which was great, riding 600s for the first time. Again, I look back now and I think, you know, it's amazing to look at the journey that I've had over the last 2 years. I've been biking for 6 years, but the journey, you know, the journey over the past 2 years has been amazing, and it's been really nice to go through that journey and, you know, take people along with me, my subscribers, my viewers, my friends, and some of my family have actually come along this journey with me, and it's been really, really nice, and it almost doesn't feel like 2 years. You know, I remember, like I say, that first video was Timoth. That's where, from a channel perspective, from a perspective of my viewers, that's where it all began. Whilst it's been amazing to take some of my friends and family along on my journey and meet new people along the way, it's also been amazing to take this bike along on the journey with me as well. You see, when I passed my test, of course, the future of this bike was looking a little uncertain. I mean, when I first bought this bike, I had no intention of ever selling him. You know, it was the best thing I'd ever done. Still, it still is one of the best things I've ever done. But of course, we went ahead and did our test, got the license, and then the future of this bike was looking a little uncertain. But when it came down to it, I just couldn't sell him, and I'm happy to still continue taking this bike along on the journey with me. Not only has Rafiki come along on the journey with us, but of course he's changed a little bit over the years. We lost his L plate at one point, of course, and at the same time got him a smoked screen. Looks 100% better with that screen. And a few things got painted. Up front here. At one point we even removed his pillion pegs and his pillion seat, because I was convinced that bike time was my time. Only recently that's changed and we've started taking a passenger. I know I've said it before, but I'm just going to briefly say it again. Thank you to everyone who watches my content and interacts with me. I love making content, and views and subscribers, it's not everything, it's not all the be all and end all, but when you see those views coming in and maybe someone's hitting the like button or subscribing, it tells you that you're doing something right. You know, it shows you that you're hitting the mark somewhere along the line. And something that's caught me by surprise this last 12 months is meeting people in person. I've actually been able to meet 3 or 4 people, 3 or 4 viewers in person. So if you're out there and you see me, doesn't matter what I'm doing, if I'm at bike night, if I'm with half a dozen people, come and say hello. Really does make all the difference. It's always nice to meet people in person who have seen the channel. So it's been 2 years. I've changed a little, Rafiki has changed a little. But what does the future have in store for this channel? Well, I thoroughly enjoy making bike content. I thoroughly enjoy making car content. And I definitely enjoy the videos that I make where I share an opinion with somebody. And the beauty of an opinion, of course, is that we're all entitled to one and nobody has to be right. I also like the idea of making videos where I'm out exploring a little more. You know, maybe I go out and I explore a landmark. Go out on a bike, go explore a landmark, go explore an old derelict castle or whatever it may be, and share that content with my viewers. whatever content we do make next on this channel, I do hope you all join me.